Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. Just look at that beautiful sparkly gold and it's all chocolate. A different take on the Terry's Chocolate Orange Malteser Christmas Chocolate Pudding. I have made it a golden Christmas chocolate pudding just to add that extra sparkle. Super easy. Anyone can do this. If you do not own an airbrushing kit, this can be painted. Just make sure you take that into consideration when pricing up these products. Happy baking everyone, and let's make a start. Taking a milk Terry's chocolate orange egg, I simply unwrap this and place it directly onto some baking paper. Here I have a bowl of Maltesers. I have my Terry's chocolate orange egg and then some melted chocolate. Simply start by dipping the Maltesers into the chocolate and place this around the base of the Terry's chocolate orange egg. Once you have done the base, you want to simply repeat this process but just above those Maltesers and then just above those. So you end up covering all of the Terry's chocolate orange egg, but the Malteser underneath is supporting the one above it. And as you do this, they are going to gradually start to set. So simply take your time doing this, cover the whole of the Terry's chocolate orange, and then we get on to the next step. And once you finish covering it, this is what you're aiming to achieve. Leave that to one side to set, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make the topping for your Christmas pud. So I'm doing mine just using my hands. Using some brown fondant, I simply push this down so it stays a circle shape to start off with. I then add the white fondant directly to the top of that. Now the reason I'm using brown behind the white is just to give it a bit more of a contrast, because we're having a golden Christmas pudding, not a brown one. You then just want to pull out certain parts so it gives that drip-like effect. Now if you've got like a splat cutter, then you can just use a cutter to do this. I don't. So again, I'm just showing you, if you are a new baker and you don't have many tools, how easy it is to create things by hand. I simply shape this until I get the right shape that I'm happy with. Now we need to make our edible gold paint. So for this you want dipping solution. This is a food grade alcohol, but it is extremely strong. It will evaporate a lot faster, and once it's evaporated and completely dry, it is then safe to eat. I am using the Fay Carl Regency Gold Luster Dust. It's one of my favourites and it gives that beautiful gold effect. Simply mix this with the dipping solution and you have your edible paint. Now, as mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial, if you do not own an airbrushing kit, this can be painted by hand, but take this into consideration both when taking on your orders, as it will take a lot longer, and also the pricing. If at some point you do invest in an airbrushing kit, it will save so much time and literally just take a couple of minutes to cover. Simply mix these together until you've got a nice thick milk-like consistency. So I'm choosing to use my airbrush, and I simply do a small section at a time, but you'll see the effects straight away. I keep on turning the Terry's chocolate orange around whilst I'm doing this because you want to allow it to dry. Now, because you're using dipping solution, it will dry really fast because the alcohol in there evaporates very fast. You cannot use water on chocolate. It must be alcohol. Simply go around, I allow it to set just for a few minutes, and then I repeat this process again. Remember what I said, this can be hand painted. How beautiful and effective does that look? Yeah, it was so simple to do. Now, taking a small amount of edible glue, I take the splat that we made a little earlier on in this tutorial, simply add a small amount to the opposite side and place this directly on top. I then just cut out a few pieces of mistletoe and add a few red berries. And there you have it, your golden Christmas pudding. Super easy, really effective, and perfect for Christmas. I hope I've helped you again today, guys, and I'll be back soon with more new, completely free content.